ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson, and I'm joined by
Matt Morrow, Hospital Lane, Petticoat Lane,
that's us.
Pigtail Alley connection here. Welcome to Sports Monday. Collegiate swimmer Joanna Evans turned in a couple of top spots for the Texas Longhorns on the weekend. Evans won the 1,000-yard freestyle, clocking 9 minutes 45.84 seconds.
Evans' time of 4 minutes 46.64 seconds not only gave her the win in the 500-yard freestyle, but it was also the B qualifying time for the NCAA championships. She also swam the anchor leg for the team in the 400-yard freestyle. The quartet was second in 3 minutes 20.94 seconds.
Meanwhile, Laura Morley also competed in the meet. Morley represented the Indiana University Hughes's in the 100-yard breaststroke. She was 8th overall in the 100-yard breaststroke in a time of 1 minute 4.78 seconds.
In the 200-yard breaststroke, Morley touched the wall and stopped the clock at 2 minutes 16.96 seconds. That placed her 4th, and she swam the second leg on the 400-yard medley relay, and the team was 5th overall.
Two Bahamians heard their names called at the 2017 draft for the NBA G League. Going as a 13th pick in the third round, but 65th overall, was Dandred Chicken Knowles. He will suit up with the Grand Rapids Drive, an affiliate of the Detroit Pistons.
The 68th pick overall belonged to Zane Knowles. He was drafted by Wisconsin, but later traded to South Bay Lakers, the farm system of the Utah Jazz.
The G League is the development league of the NBA. Players can be called up at any time to fill roster spots. Training camps open Tuesday, with the season tipping off November 1.
Donrod Knowles being drafted along with Zane Knowles. And the thing is, Zane Knowles being drafted to play with the Utah G League team, which also Bahamian LJ Rose is a part of that team also. So, it brings joy and excitement to us as executive of the Federation to see that we continue to get Bahamian basketball players to play at the highest level there is, and that tells you what excitement it brings also to the country at large. When you talk about now having some of these guys to come home and represent their country at one point or the other, and it tells you how we strongly feel that our chances are making the Olympics sometime in the near future is great.
Sailors from around the country will pitch their sails and tack this weekend in the Sir Durward Knowles Regatta. The regatta is being held in honor of Sir Durward, the country's first Olympic medalist and the world's oldest surviving Olympian.
I think Sir Durward has been the single largest, contributor to not only the National Family Island Regatta, but to every regatta outside of, throughout the country, that is. I think the largest contributor, of course, has been government, and the second person in terms of size has been Sir Durward. He's funded and sponsored every single sloop sailing regatta throughout this country.
And one thing you could always depend upon, some years, some sponsors will say, well, I can't go this year, I'll sit out this year. He has always been consistent.
Well, whenever that happens, I would meet with him and he would say to me, Danny, there's no problem. And he would pick up the slack. And that's why we are eternally grateful for him, for what he's done for the sport, sailing, and the fact that this regatta is being placed in his honor. And we couldn't do anything less than to say thank you, Sir Durward, for what you've done for sloop sailing and sailing in general, the sport of sailing in general.
As we continue to celebrate our 40th anniversary of TV, we go back in time to an interview our special guest anchor conducted. Let's see if Matt remembers this controversial episode between New Providence and Andros during women's volleyball action at the Bahamas Games.
If that is their decision, we have no problems with that. We can step aside. We have no problems with that.
So you won't play?
We won't play.
The Secretariat has now given us in writing that Andy Bolek is not the coach. He lives in Andros, so he is not eligible to be the coach for our team. So with that in mind, that's the head coach. If the head can't be there, then we're not going to be there. And then the men, we're going to support one another. We're not going to play ball.
From the inception of Bahama Games, if it's one discipline who have always draw fan support was volleyball. So I'm very disappointed with the decisions that were made today. I'm very disappointed to see the position that volleyballers have been placed in today. And I really think who making these decisions have no knowledge of volleyball and should not be making critical decisions like this.
Players that came in from Andros, live in Andros, school in Andros, and some of them are still in school in Andros. And Mr. Cornish gave me a letter saying that they are not eligible to play with Andros team. That's Alex Evans and Keisha Moss and Latoya Johnson. And these people, they don't know nothing but Nassau.
Well, Matt, I don't know if that jogged your memory a little bit, if you remember that particular interview.
Well, you notice I just stood there and I shut up, right? Because I was born in New Providence, but my roots are in Andros. So I couldn't get into that.
As a sportscaster working here at the Broadcasting Corporation, remember the times that you interviewed? What was your most special event or interview?
I think, without question, Muhammad Ali, the great Muhammad Ali. Got an opportunity to interview him at the Lyndon Pindling International Airport. That was spectacular.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Drama Bahama, I think that was called.
Yep, and Trevor Burbick, all those guys. But we were fortunate. I was fortunate to work for the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas at the time I worked here. And I just thank God and thank everybody who gave me the opportunity to perfect a craft. We worked with some wonderful people up here, had a lot of skilled people, still do. And that was the good memories out of ZNS.
Do you recall the 1998 Carifta Games?
The 1998 Carifta Games, I was maybe about 5 or 6 then.
Do you remember the first person you interviewed?
Kelsey Johnson.
Oh, none other than...
My hospital name, Pigtail Alley Girl.
That's the connection. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.
I'm Matt Mora.